ZekromX101 here with a live stream. I'm playing some old school Madden. Why? I don't know. Just going to be playing some franchise mode. I'm just really bored. So I guess if I feel like it, this will become an active series. I'm not really talking much because it is 11:49 p.m. Why is Dak in the 89.99? Oh, I think I may have changed something. I'll be right back. Manage rosters. You already have the latest roster. Okay. Yeah, it says right here that Dak is in 82. So I don't know why it's telling me that he's in 99. Okay, let's see if it works this time, because I really just want to play some normal franchise. Much as I did, it would be great to just have an overpowered Dak Prescott. I'm gonna let's just use the 75-man roster from the beginning of the year. I should do it right, and yes it did. Still got my boy Jason Witten. Use custom coach instead. Strategist, team builder. Where do we need to upgrade Dak? Chris Dale. This is not my real name, so don't. You know what? I'm gonna. How do you do caps? I'm gonna copy my boy. It's the not the expert. I'm just gonna name this guy Tony Romo. I put Tony Romo. Why am I talking so much? It's 11:55. Tony. Tony Romo. Body type. I'm not sure he's a. This looks more like Tony Romo. That does not look like Tony Romo. That looks fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna. No. Go back. Okay. Cool. That does not look like Tony Romo at all. Oh.
Your season starts now.
Well, that does not look like Tony Romo, but I guess we're gonna have to deal with it. Okay. While preseason loads, I'll just look at YouTube. Hey, finally started. Okay, so this was the 53-man master at the beginning of the league. We need to get a new wide receiver because I'm not feeling, because at the beginning of the year, Des Bryant wasn't that good. We need a new middle linebacker, left outside linebacker. We definitely need a new strong safety, and we need a. I feel confident in our pass rush for some weird reason. We need to upgrade our secondary. Feeling confident with Byron Jones, so let's see if there's any free agents we can sign. And nope, not really. Okay, this guy's only 27. If we can't pull off a good trade, we can get him. Let's head to the trade center. Upgrade position. Strong safety. Okay. Yeah, I did. 1 second, guys. Why is Micah Hyde at 79 overall? That does not make sense. There are not many good strong safeties. Oh, there's J.J. Wilcox. Oh, and there's Eric Berry. You might have to go for him. Rashad Jones. Malcolm Jenkins. What overall did they make Cam? Cam's a 95. Where are the Chiefs wanting? Okay, I'm gonna go for the Dolphins. Rashad Matthews. He was, I used to get him a lot. So they need a free safety. Let's see. Okay, that got us pretty far ahead. Do we have any good backup right outside linebackers? We do not. Cornerbacks? Probably not cornerbacks. Let's just put in Nolan Carroll. Of course not, because Nolan Carroll is horrible. I'm not sure if I want to trade Jalen Smith or Anthony Hitchens. I think I should trade away Anthony because Jalen Smith is going to be our future. I might even get a middle linebacker. So let's throw in Hitchens, and that does not do anything. Let's throw in a draft pick. Let's just throw in a 3rd rounder and a 6th rounder. Hey, okay. Now let's get left outside. Vic Beasley, but he's a pass rusher. I need a coverage guy. I don't usually send in my guy, because I run the Cowboys playbook. We run 3-4. Nick Perry seems like a good idea. Player. Do they want Anthony Hitchens? They do not. What if we throw in Jalen Smith? Okay, so apparently they're setting their standard very high. Alright. And Terron Crawford is not going to get us anywhere. DT. What about Malik Collins? There. Not interested in him, so it doesn't look like we're going to be getting Nick Perry. Okay. Shaq Thompson, and because we're going to get a new wide receiver, obviously, let's throw in Terrence Williams. We're looking at right tackle. Byron Bell. Oh, they like him too. Okay, I think if we throw we have a strong safety for backups. Okay. Okay, it looks like we're gonna have to throw in a draft pick. Let's throw in a second rounder next year. I don't want to throw in my first rounder. I can pick from this year. Closer, let's run Bryce Butler. Nope. Would you be interested in Nolan Carroll? Didn't think so. Nothing of the Cowboys, we do not have a backup for left tackle. We have Emmett Cleary. I don't know why I'm sending him in. That's obviously not going to go through. So, we're going to have to get something. Okay, Fortnite uploaded, and that was actually super loud. How many guys I want to get, but ooh, Anthony Barr, and he's. See what we can get there. Okay, we might be onto something. Strong safety would be interesting to get. And they will not be. Okay, so that didn't go through. Let's throw in a second round pick again. Okay, it's in the green. Oh, I did not mean to take them out both. Let's throw in Cole. And let's also throw back in Byron. Okay. Why would I throw him with Wade Collins? That doesn't make sense. Should we trade away Cheeto Bay Woozier? Let's throw Orlando Scandrick, because he's really old. He's not that good. Okay. No, he's a pass rusher. Oh, that went really far. Okay. Wait, where's left ends? Tyrone. Tyrone's a green. And UE got Nigel Bradham. So we might be getting torn up in our secondary. But my concern. Let's try Jalen Ramsey. Some people feel we should have got him. I'm pretty happy with Zeke. A lot of people are. We didn't trade away Byron. Okay. They need a tight end. If we got James Hanna. Nope. We're not going to trade away Witten. Yeah, just because he's younger. No, that's a bad idea. That's actually a pretty bad idea. So close. What if we tried AJ Boye instead? Nope. Let's try Darius Slay. Oh, so close. This is super boring, I'm not gonna lie. I just offer this one? Yeah, I offer that one. I'm not gonna throw in my first. So it's not like I can find anybody with a really good cornerback that they can give me. Mm-hmm. Okay. There's your cornerback. I really was not happy about trading Jalen, but okay. Okay. And let's try and get a wide receiver because I do not really just throwing Dez all the time. I mean, like, it's not that bad of an option, but you would rather. Let's get Diggs. This is not going to go through. Yeah. Okay, that was really close with Golden Tate. Okay. Oh, we got a Mari Koopa. Okay. So let's look at our team. I feel like I messed it up. Something tells me that I messed up pretty bad. Offense is looking really good. My concern, let's see if we can get like a better left guard. Free agency. There's a right guard. Okay, who needs backups? Oh, okay. Okay, we need a backup for right outside linebacker. We need a backup for free safety. We need a backup for a left end and right end. So let's have free agency. Free safety and right outside. I'm gonna get Jonathan Newsom. Benson Mayowa. Where should we cut this guy? Kubo. Okay. I'm only gonna sign this guy because I really don't want Chudobe Awuzie out there as a backup. Okay. Practice squad. Okay, I'm gonna focus on Rico because that guy's gonna be the guy that I wanted to take over. Let's do some training. Okay, I'm just like start training, and it wasn't starting to train. Yes, Madden 19. I'm not going to spend $60 on the game. It's going to be almost exactly the same.
Today's a work day, gentlemen, and you know what that means?
We gotta get better today. What I want to know is, who's ready to work? I'm ready to work. Are you ready to work? If you are, then go out and prove it to me. Show me what you got. There we go. 180.
Comes in his progression read, and the receiver running the go route is the first free thing.
What do you think? There we go. 180. What do you think?
That was way short.
Here we go. 180. What do you think? Here we go. 180. What do you think? Hey, here we go. 180. What do you think? Here we go. What do you think? Here we go. 180. Here we go. 180. Here we go. 180.
Haha. It's so easy to do it in practice.
Here we go. 180.
And he dropped it.
Hey, you know what, guys? That was pretty dang good. And you know what gets me really excited? You haven't even reached the top of your potential yet. Not even close. Each and every one of you should take that as a challenge and see if you can find that next level. Here we go. 180. Hey, here we go. 180. Here we go. 180.
Ah.
Hey, here we go. 180.
Hey, it's not a first down.
180. Hey, here we go. 180.
Well, that didn't go so well.
180. Here we go. 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 180.
And we did recover it. And then we recover it this time. Oh, what did one backwards? A user.
Men, you're gonna like what you see in the film room this afternoon because today was a great practice. The coaching staff, we can't ask for much more. You guys consistently do that, and we are gonna find ourselves in the playoffs. Good stuff.
League sliders. Let me check my uniforms to see that they're right. And yep. So let's get on with the first game of the season. I like having the commentators on sometimes.
No more of these preseason games. Now they're playing, and the records count.
It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
They go to Elliott again. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Still leaves them with 4th and short. Any chance you go for it?
It's definitely in the back of my mind. In fact, I've discussed it with my staff all week long, different situations that I may want to go for it. Where's the ball in the field? Do I have confidence in my trigger guy? What am I going to do? I'm also talking about my analytics department. What are the odds? If I don't get it, what's it going to do to me the rest of the game? Personally, I end up taking all that, putting it in my head, and making a decision. And you know me, I'm probably going to go for it.
Well, you want to make an opening drive statement.
Yes, I do. Once I have the ball and I've got it on the move, I don't want to just give up that easily.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through.
On 2nd down, Elliott. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Elliott last year so darn good, over 1,600 yards, most in the NFL. Actually, there were 10 teams that didn't rush for as many yards as he did. That's how good he was.
And just think, there is a place for him to get better. And I think it's in pass receiving. Not necessarily the hands, but just throwing it to him more, getting him into open.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll run. It's Marine. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because...
Oh, I missed the big stick. And I missed it again.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Shane Vereen scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is taken at his 4. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A second down throw for Prescott. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A Dallas first down. Prescott hooking up with Beasley. The numbers for Dak as a rookie last year are still kind of mind-boggling. When you look at QB rating, Dak was 104.9. Now, among full-time quarterbacks, only 2 Super Bowl quarterbacks, Matt Ryan and Tom Brady, were higher.
And look who he finished ahead of. Guys like Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Russell Wilson. Amazing.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On the counter, Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety is always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
They always that changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, free safety was there, no gain.
That one goes for 24 yards. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of the game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here. Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Again, it's Elliott. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
There are times when I think people just overlook how good a player Sean Lee really is. One of the more athletic linebackers in the league. He can make plays against the run, against the pass, you name it. He's one of the better ones out there.
And number 50 so loved by the fans in Dallas. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Prescott on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper, and now it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though.
How do you get the exact same animation twice in a row?
Third down here.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here's Prescott, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down.
I didn't mean to pause it.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And this is incomplete.
How?
A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10.
Why do they always overrate Shane Green every year? Super annoying that every time I play the Giants in front, they overrate Shane Green to the point where he could just juke and spin away from everybody.
They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. They also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Excel clock is
Alongside
annoying.
Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. Here's Vereen. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
Why are the Giants offensive line so good? They should be like the legit all 7.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the 1st half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Rhett Ellison taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants add on to their lead.
How were the Giants able to run the ball, but Ezekiel Elliott and the Cowboys can't?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field.
How is Dez injured? He barely got touched.
Turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Drops it underneath, Dahlia. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now's a point.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Larry Cooper, 34 yards. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit
Stop
at the
overrating
46.
this Giants offensive line and change the lane.
It's
still annoying that they overrate horrible players but undermine great good players.
They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. And if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender.
How does he hang on to that? And how do I not use that?
He's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Vontae Davis. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They start on the ground with Elliott.
Beasley holds the block.
Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. The gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Cooper's got it. He got 29 yards that time. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
That's my man.
That's your guy. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
Oh
They
my
really do.
God.
It reminds
How
me
did
of
they
what one
just
great tight end told me
teleport
once.
right
He
through
told
the
his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Throwing on 1st down is Manning. Over the middle to Beckham. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 1st down, Manning. And he's got his rookie first-rounder. It's Evan Ingram. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here, and he will
Are
take
you
it all
kidding
in
me?
for a giant touchdown.
Do we legit have no safety?
21 yards away, and the Giants are in for 6. You got to figure if they want to have success this year, the more they can put the football in his hands, the better, coming off a Pro Bowl campaign.
And that Pro Bowl campaign does more than just get him notoriety. It also plants an idea in the minds of guys trying to defend him that he's really pretty good, and sometimes gives you a little bit of extra room, a little bit of extra deference, and he's taking advantage of it.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. First down, Prescott. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. And this one is incomplete.
Why did it pop up in the air so
we've
long?
reached halftime here in our initial Sunday. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's Chidobe Awuzie, the rookie from Colorado. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly...
What was that pass?
But it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. That'll be a gain of 16. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And this play goes nowhere.
I would have had
Losing
a
yardage
touchdown
back to the
if my guys didn't
15.
run into me. I was going to cut that all the way to the
And it'll be
outside.
2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's got it. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
They'll try again with Elliott. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action 3rd of all. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
He loses 4, and it
He was
brings up
actually
4.
mental.
Brandon, I believe that they were in 4-down territory, and that's what they were thinking. But after the loss, I've got to kick the field goal. No way I'm going to go for it in this situation. But you know some of these coaches, they're extremely unpredictable, and they may go ahead and press it.
Now Prescott, and that is going to be incomplete.
Dropped.
They're turned away on 4th and goal.
Easy
And this
catch,
Giants
dropped
defense
it.
able to come up with a goal line stand. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not?
And he's into the clear. He's at the 50. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for the Giants. 66 yards. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like it.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
He'll get it to the 23-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On 2nd down, Perkins. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Perkins on 3rd down. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind and try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from tilting the rock that much.
Prescott to throw it. Completes it to Jason Witten. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it.
No one there.
And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. So the defense has to stay and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record,
what? Now he's going to get some stupid spin move. He just breaks the tackle.
They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Most players will tell you that night games, while they can be fun, they're really hard to prepare for because you wake up on game day and all you want to do is get to the stadium and let's get going. But you got to bank that fire a little bit and hold it until the evening. It's almost like a Broadway premiere. You got to wait until the nighttime to go out there in front of the bright lights. And boy, has he harnessed himself really well, and now he's unleashing it on the opponents.
Back to the air on second down. It's Manning. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Partner, I know the ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
And he's going to go down again. Cedric Thornton. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Here's Prescott. And this is incomplete.
Why was
Cole
that ball
Beasley,
so
the
behind
intended
him?
target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
To throw is Prescott. Completes it to the rookie from North Carolina, Ryan Switzer. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. He got 29 yards that time. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
To the air again, Prescott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jason Witten from a yard out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll run here with Marine. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
Here's Manning to throw.
They're literally holding me from getting back. And why was Chitabay playing man coverage? He was following him downfield.
Goes for 24 yards.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that. And having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play?
Oh my God. Pass rush. The Giants' offensive line is literally one of the worst in the league.
Brandon Marshall, his first touchdown in a Giant uniform. And the Giants have broken our ties. They take the lead.
How much time are you going to just give
partner,
him?
they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They go play action here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection. I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Give to Elliott. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose
Why do I have so
yardage
many
back at the
backups on the
17. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
There's no way that I'm not going
They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And that is incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with a 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stop it.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Damon Harrison getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Bullcrap. This game is dumb. This game is dumb. How many tip balls happen in this retarded game? How many are going to happen? Like, the ball legit tips every 5 seconds. This game is dumb. God. Every damn time. And for some reason, the Giants were able to stop the run, which is so unrealistic. They cannot
Kick your
stop the
season
run
off by
at all.
starting your first game.
We need to get we need to get a new left guard, because this is just dumb. I'm gonna have to trade my first round picks. If we don't get a good left guard, then I'm done. I just want to take a look at the Giants offensive line. They literally have 4 70s. I don't care about left tackle, I need a left guard.
I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. It's opening week in the NFL, and today we have two teams who are more than ready to get the season underway. It's the Giants going up against the Cowboys. The opening kick of the new season is straight ahead as we turn it over to our broadcast duo of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction of the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the New York Giants. Welcome in, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and partner, training camp over, preseason over. It's time for week one.
And how much fun is that? No longer do we have to talk about who's going to make the team. The rosters are set. These guys now get to go out and play for real. No more of these preseason games. Now they're playing, and the records count.
It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go. On a Sunday night on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive. Of the game. They'll be led out by their two-time Super Bowl winning quarterback, Eli Manning, in season number 14 now.
Eli getting the start here in week one, and that means his consecutive start streak is now up to 200. His brother got to 208, so right about mid-season, he could be breaking that mark, but still has to try and chase down Brett Favre, who finished with 297 consecutive starts.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
See what I mean? They're overrating Shane Vereen.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now Manning throwing on second down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Jamarcus Lawrence in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be fourth down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Here's Elliott, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A first down throw for Prescott.
Huh?
And this one's
Who's that ball
incomplete.
to? You
Des
weren't even
Bryant,
touched.
the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second
For some
down.
reason, you cannot throw curl routes. They're literally the easiest balls to throw.
Prescott from the gun. And this one caught by Des Bryant. And he's brought down. Prescott finding his big receiver Bryant there for a Cowboy first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he is leveled. Knocked down hard. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. The give is to Elliott. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss.
And it's trying to make me do fake spike.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Prescott from the gun on third. And he couldn't hang on
teleportation
to it through the contact.
every time.
Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on fourth down. Here's Prescott. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
Was looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
Elliott. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field, and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play. Well, stands to reason they give Zeke the ball there, but I mean, let's face it, last year led the league in first downs picked up.
Yeah, 91 of them, 19 more than second-place David Johnson.
You know, you can see the confidence that the team has in him touching the football. Offensive line wants to block even harder because of him.
And it's caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
2nd down, Prescott. And it'll be...
This game is retarded. How does that happen? Like, fade routes are impossible to pull off. So retarded. How they just fuck up. Why is EA even allowed to be a company anymore? It's literally the worst game of all time.
Kick your season off by starting your first game.
So dumb. Should have had like a touchdown there, but for some reason fade routes are literally cannot work unless you have a 99 overall receiver against a 12 overall, and chances are they're still going to get intercepted, which I was stupid they made fade routes this year. Should easily be working.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Giants going up against the Cowboys. With that, let's call in our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis, with this opening week matchup.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the New York Giants. Welcome in, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and partner, training camp over, preseason over. It's time for Week 1.
And how much fun is that? No longer do we have to talk about who's going to make the team. The rosters are set. These guys now get to go out and play for real. No more of these preseason games. Now they're playing, and the records count.
It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On the run, here's Vereen.
This game's dumb. See what I mean? They overrate Shane Vereen. He's literally not good.
Kick your season off by starting your first game. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the 2017 NFL season between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. One up to about the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Let's just go ahead and state the obvious. You're going to want a big game out of that guy. Big time run to get things started. But even more importantly, coming in on the road, trying to silence the crowd, take them out of it a little bit, slow down the emotions of the game, and get yourselves under control and feel like, yeah, we're going to be okay on the road.
it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package. Yeah. 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. Now Manning. And he's got Will Tye complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now, can't he?
Yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran taken what the defense will give him.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
As explosive and dynamic a playmaker as Brandon Marshall's been in his career, can you believe he's never been to the postseason in 11 years?
Yeah, 11 years. He's hoping to get there, obviously, with the Giants. One thing's for sure, didn't have to move his locker far. When he went from the Jets to the Giants, same facility.
You keep the same address as well.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I'm pretty sure the Giants saw big success for Sterling Shepard coming out of Oklahoma. They could see him in their offense working in the middle of the field and making big catches.
Second only to Michael Thomas last year among rookies in receptions, yards, and touchdowns. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Well, after what we just saw, we know that with 3rd down coming up, this is not a gimme for the offense. They've got to figure out what they want to do. Do they challenge their offensive line and try and run it? Or do they go ahead and concede that this is a tough defense?
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Shane Vereen,
exactly what
29 yards. And the Giants
love
take it right
Shane
down and
Vereen.
score on the opening drive.
I'm not even sure Shane Vereen
Excellent
was able
start
to
there.
hit a
First
hole.
drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Offense staying ahead of the chains here. 2nd and 3.
Zeke is injured?
Throwing. Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in
He
most cases,
tackled
just
me
down a
before I even
touchdown,
got
you
the
know,
ball.
I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Out left side here to Bryant. And he is down deep into Giant territory.
Why is everybody getting injured?
And now we see Bryant yet to pop up. Still down following that play. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. Now Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Second down, goal to go from the 6. They'll run with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. For 16 total touchdowns for him as a rookie last year, 15 of those on the ground, and he's got his first here in 2017.
And you would expect similar, if not better, production here in 2017, his second year in the league. I would be surprised if they wanted to expand the number of times he touches the ball in the passing game, get him into the end zone more that way.
And we've read a lot, heard a lot from these coaches. They want to do just that. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. David Irving in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
The punter wing is on as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
I don't know why he flipped, but...
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
This game, EA literally should not be allowed to make games. Tired of this bullshit. Like, every time I decide to play a game of Madden, something stupid happens. He's not even looking at the ball.
Your first game.
He's not even looking at the ball. And then as soon as I throw it, his head just turns immediately. Unless he has some headset and people saying, oh my god, he's throwing a ball, which would be illegal. I don't know how this is happening.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the 2017 NFL season between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. first down. Prescott. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Des Bryant, 75 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Play action. Manning. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. From the gun, it's Manning. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. They'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. This is Elliott, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
That one good for 12 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Running with Elliott. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
If he indeed got it, he didn't get it by much. This is a great push up front, but I think the nose of the football does make it over the line to gain. And whoa, that was definitely cutting it close.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now Elliott. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jason Pierre-Paul with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Boy,
How about you catch the ball, Witten?
And the Giants are going to get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key
I'm trying to get off the ball. It's a stupid game. It's when you're grabbing me.
Big 3rd down alert. Lock in here. 4th down play. Make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Prescott now to the right side. He's got Cooper. It's complete. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. And he comes back with one complete. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long?
Why did you move? 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 Why did you even move? You were wide open in the flats, and for some reason you decided to move.
Kick your season off by starting your first game.
I feel like everybody on this team has the IQ of like a 3-year-old.